Initially, when I received the invitation, I didn't think I would be eligible because my husband did not serve on Gallipoli. He came in later and served on the Western Front. However, my father and his brother served on Gallipoli, and that has been something I've lived with all my life. My father suffered terribly through his service. From the time he was 26 until he died at 52, exactly 26 years later, he'd been in and out of hospital. We lived with the scars of the aftermath of war. In the case of my husband, he was a devoted husband and father to our son, but when he was stricken with paralysis, which was to do with war injury, he was so concerned for me having to do for him. I didn't have to do for him. The hospital said I wouldn't cope, but I proved them wrong, and for 2 years I did nurse him as an invalid, so that I feel now this is not any sort of reward or something of that nature, but rather to make more real all that I've known in the past, that it's now to actually see and hear the others' stories. And it's one thing to read something on a page and another thing to actually see it. And my husband, like so many, did not really talk about his experience. If he did, it was usually only a humorous thing. If there was some little escapade or some happening that had some humour to it, would he talk about it? And I think it was simply a case of blotting out the awfulness of it all and simply getting on with life, which is exactly what he did. We were a young nation. Coming back to what I just said about service, in whatever capacity, we all have a duty to one another, to our country, and that's just my simple philosophy, I suppose.